from Frisco, Texas. Getting ready for the Frisco Bowl tomorrow as the Aztecs take on UTSA. The coach, Brady, Hoke. Coach, how are things down in Texas?
Well, it's all good. We got a bunch of cowboy hats going and had some good practices. Laura went downstairs. So it's all been really good. So people here have been great, and I think our guys have really had 3 good days down here in practice.
Well, I know it's important for you, and all the coaches, I know they love having bowl games. That does give an opportunity, first of all, to reward your team for a great season, which obviously your Aztecs have had, and also gives you extra time with your team to not only put a proper ending to this season, but also get a jump on next season. I have not talked to you, Coach, since William Dunkel, Cameron Thomas, and Matt Ariza were all named to the AP All-American team. First time ever that the Aztecs had 3 players on the AP All-American. Ariza was first team. Dunkel and Thomas were second team. What does that mean for your program, and what does it mean that all 3 of these guys hail from San Diego?
Yeah, I think that is one of the cool things about it. They, all being from San Diego, I think their work ethic and how they've developed, because these weren't real highly recruited guys. But I think, the coaching, and Mike Schmidt and then Mike Goff on the offensive line, I think Cam and Jordan Thomas and, the development that I think we had with him. And then Matt, is one of those guys that, he is such a hard worker and so competitive. I really can't say enough about how he's represented us and how he's been the consistency that he's had this year.
Looking back on the Mountain West Conference Championship game, obviously a disappointment, and you offered no excuses, but you had plenty to fall back on. It was unfortunate. It was a bad week for a big game like that. By the way, you see Utah State with their 3rd string quarterback beat Oregon State.
Yeah.
Third string quarterback. How about they had their 3rd string who had never even thrown a pass before. The Mountain West just owns the Pac-12. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
But what do you want to really take away? I know you like to get a victory, obviously, tomorrow, Coach. But what is your biggest takeaway on the importance of this game tomorrow against UTSA?
Well, there's a couple things. Number one, we got a lot of guys who are going to play their last football, period. And, they'll never play competitively again. Never play, as a team again. So that really, to me, speaks volumes. We have an opportunity to win our 12th game during a season, which would be the first time that's ever been done at San Diego State. So, with all those things in mind and, to send our seniors out with a victory, I think are really important.
And, of course, a little exposure there in the state of Texas. That's a pretty rich state as far as recruiting is concerned. We talked about Dunkel and Thomas and Ariza, San Diego guys that came up big for you and made that AP All-American team. But getting that kind of exposure is going to be a great matchup here. 2 teams combined 23-3 this year. As good as record matchup as we're going to see during the bowl season. I guess it doesn't hurt to put on a good show in the state of Texas.
No, not at all. And it's fun, with Caden McDonald being from just about 35 minutes away. And really it's been neat to see the families that have come out. We went and practiced at Prosper High School. Really good connection with people and all those things.
What kind of game do you expect tomorrow? What can you tell us about UTSA? We see their record, but what can you tell us about your opponent tomorrow?
Well, I tell you, they're a very, very good football team. They won Conference USA. Quarterback Frank Harris is a guy who's a dual threat guy who can throw it, but at the same time does a tremendous job when he pulls the ball down and extends a play. So there'll be a physical defensive football team. And so for us, we just got to go play our best football, play together, can't have the dumb penalties that we had in the championship game, and can't have the mistakes that we've made.
And as far as the health of the Aztecs, how does it look for tomorrow?
Looks good. I think we're in good shape. We look forward to it, and can't wait to get it kicked off.
And quarterback, who's going to be starting tomorrow?
Lucas will start the game, and hopefully he stays healthy and plays well, and we'll be in great shape.
Well, Coach, I congratulated you all year long, and there's good reason. It has been a very memorable season for Aztecs football, and as you mentioned, a win tomorrow will give San Diego State their first ever 12-win season. It's just been one of those years when they're going to circle this one. The 2021 San Diego State Aztecs football team making history, and I'd like to add an exclamation point tomorrow, Coach.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and I appreciate it, and always great talking with you, Steve.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much. There he is, Brady Hoke.